Your mind is being altered by stoned ape theories with
Hubo,
Kapowski,
and friends.
a podcast where we alter our perception of reality and discuss the meaning of life on this pale blue dot.
My state, primate. My state, primate. I stay.
yeah! It's Stone Ape
55.
Just before this started, Justin just about turned all of our voices up to like 25% higher, and I think we would have had to restart.
Yeah.
But God
we
is
the
real,
fuck out
and he
here.
reached down and he stopped it.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah,
the fuck
yeah.
out here for episode 55. Before we get too far into it, go check out patreon.com/StoneApe3s podcast and give us your money. Give us all of it. You
Do
don't
what
need
the
it.
fucking man says.
Give us your money.
Yeah.
All of it. Immediately. Now.
We're only going to spend it on drugs and booze.
Yeah, like, you know how like normally a YouTuber is like, oh, you know, like, hey, it's not obligatory, but if you've got the money,
It's
go ahead. It's like, no,
obligatory.
it is obligatory,
It's
and you need to give us
obligatory.
all of the money. You need to
Yeah.
bankrupt yourself.
Yeah. Ask your parents for
Yeah.
their credit cards. Max it out. You don't know what a limit is.
We're
It's
going
okay.
to buy illegally
Fucking figure
3D
it
printed
out.
guns off of eBay with it. So, and
Yeah.
we need a lot of money for that.
I
because-
need to buy unregistered firearms.
Yes, exactly.
With your money.
We have shit to do, and we need the capital to do it.
Look, the 3D printer that it requires to make the parts is very expensive.
Big,
okay?
it's huge. It's like a fucking
Yes, so
cola
We need
machine.
a warehouse to be able to sell what
Yeah.
we're making.
Exactly.
Yeah, it will be like a cola machine. You can go up and just put the picture of the gun that you want into
Yeah,
the
you
3D
walk up,
printer.
you go through a little
and it'll
cute little
just-
menu with like a little anime character
Yeah.
guiding
Print
you
out
Listen,
around.
my
gun.
goal
Your
is to
freaking
be like
P320.
Andrew Tate, and I need a place to store my Bugattis
Angry
and
Taint?
the women I traffic.
You want to be like Angry Taint?
Yeah, sure.
Angry Taint? Fuck that guy, dude. He's so
You
hilarious.
see the no
Angry Taint is a hilarious person, dude.
He is. So he got out of jail recently, right? And he was talking with Aiden Ross. You know who Aiden Ross is? Aiden Ross is this
Yeah.
little, like, what is he, 21 or something?
Yeah, he's
This
a small little boy.
Yeah, he's a small little boy, but he's like a Twitch streamer. He went to Kick, and he just he's just like a little like slut for this guy, right? He is exactly a 1-to-1 copy of everything he stands by. It's kind of like a joke, right? He's like
Okay.
following in his footsteps. It's embarrassing. And Andrew gets out of not prison. I think he was just in jail, right? And he comes and he goes on a call with like Aiden Ross on stream, and Aiden Ross says some shit about how many genders there are or whatever, and then Andrew goes like, no, you need to no. It's a spectrum, man. You don't understand this. You fucking stupid. Like, look around you. He just starts like yelling at him for like 5 minutes, being like strangely like trans positive, and everyone's like, this is a bit, right? Like, this is just the most. But it's like, but now there's like people in his audience that believe the things he said there because they're all so like, you know, impressionable, and so it's really funny because the guy is just a fucking whirlwind of I'm good, thank you.
One of these days.
I don't smoke anything. That's
One
the
of
thing.
these
I don't
days.
smoke
One of these
shit.
days, we're gonna get him.
Okay. Yeah, dude, that guy's a fucking anomaly though, because like
Oh,
he
it's
is
amazing.
a fucking badass kickboxer. You can't talk shit on him. Okay, he knows how to make money. Like he talks about like
Big money scamming people though. Is that?
I don't know about any of that. Are you talking about like his academy or like warrior?
You mean by
whatever,
sex trafficking?
What the fuck? I don't know anything about that
He
shit.
didn't actually sex traffic. They run a webcam business, and women, like a fully legal in Romania a webcam business, and some of the women who he hired
Are
through
they
that
Ukrainian
tried-
refugees with
tried
papers?
to
You know what I'm saying though? Like
they
how-
tried to convict. They tried to say that Andrew Tate kidnapped him and were using him for sex trafficking. Well, the Tates aren't dumb, and they have webcam. They have cameras in their entire fucking establishment. So they were like, "You didn't let us leave," and so they just like showed the video of them walking out the door. Then they're like, "Well, you withheld our passports," and they just showed the flight records
Yeah.
of them leaving.
Because
and
he
we're
was
like,
actually charging them to
you're
stay
not-
there. He's like, bitch, you don't stay for free.
So what about the texts where he
I
was
pay you to
talking about
fuck
being
on
in love
camera.
with them, and then they would show up, and he'd be like, "No, you're actually here to run to do this part of my
I'm not saying he's not a
sex
shitty
trafficking
person. I'm
business."
saying he
No,
let
it's
them
sex
leave.
trafficking. No, he's bringing people
He
to
let
another
them
country
leave.
specifically for the express purpose of getting them to do this cam website under false pretenses. That's literally sex trafficking. It's
But
the
he lets them
definition.
leave.
That's not. Yeah, you trafficked them there. If they leave, it doesn't mean they weren't sex trafficked into the country.
Yeah, but if you're the end, okay.
I don't
hey,
know the
all
This is my
laws.
favorite point.
But if
actually.
you are the end user, right? Let's say Tate is the end user of the product, which is the women doing sex cams or whatever, right? Are you responsible for you know what I'm saying? The path that they took to get there.
Yeah, well, because he was purposefully like doing it, knowingly that he was doing it under false pretenses. And
Well, I don't
it's
know
not
if
like,
he
oh,
was-
they're too stupid. It's their fault
Like
for
the
being too stupid to
like
fall
blood
for it.
diamonds
It's
and shit, like blood diamonds. And
no,
shit, like,
no, it's like well,
Well,
I mean, I'm just saying it's like if you get scammed on the phone, it's like, oh, is it the scammer's fault? It's like, yeah, like they are trying to scam you. It's your fault for being stupid, but it's also they're responsible for having scammed you.
But if
right?
the women, here's what I'm saying: if the women were trafficked before they worked for him, right, and he wasn't aware of the path, you know what I'm saying, like the channel that in which it took to get to him.
but he
right?
was aware of it. That's the thing.
I don't know.
If he
I
wasn't
don't know.
aware-
I
if he
don't know
wasn't
anything
aware,
about it.
then
I don't-
He'd probably be like accessory to something for sure. But like he was aware. That's the thing. He did just do this thing, and then
Like there's a modeling company, right? Let's say there's a modeling company in Romania. And they say, hey, we have these beautiful women. They might be interested in this opportunity to film on camera, and do these fucking videos. A lot of them would. It's immediate cash in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Now, is he at fault for saying, oh, hey, here's this modeling agency that's offering women to me, right? To do what I do for business, right? To
which
make
is
money.
Cam website.
Yeah.
Yes.
So is he responsible? Like if he's going through this agency, is he responsible to know their practices? Right?
I mean, it's in the contract that it's gonna be cam work, right? And if they sign the contract,
But maybe he's
then-
operating under the idea that they're an autonomous person, right? He's not aware of any other contracts or
He doesn't know there's a pimp.
The
He doesn't know
situation.
there's a middleman.
Exactly. Bro.
I don't know, but that's not what happened.
Because I
though.
would imagine
He
like that's why he
personally
got let
texted
out
people.
and was like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know
I mean, that
enough
this
about the
other
case.
thing
I
that
didn't
didn't
look into it.
happen and as like a hypothetical probably wouldn't be his fault, I guess. Yeah. Sorry.
We just did this, and I totally had already forgotten.
You're gonna hoodwink him one time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
Yeah,
like,
eventually you're gonna a little bit.
Yeah, and you're like halfway through, you'll be like, "What is happening?"
Yeah, so what the fuck? We tried talking about this goddamn submarine situation and the video game controller and all that. And then, like, I guess the son went to, like, a Blink-182 concert or, like, a Sum 41 concert.
Yeah, it was Blink.
Yeah, we could not stay on topic to save our fucking
We
lives,
couldn't.
bro. But, man, 4th of July. What'd you guys do for 4th of July?
I hung out at a house and ate food.
I did the exact same thing. Alex, I hung out with Alex, and he made some bomb ass burgers. I did not know he could do that. He made the burgers. Like he got the meat and he put like jalapeno and stuff in them. They were fire.
Alex, as in Asgao?
Yes.
Yeah, Asgao, yeah, and like a couple of other friends.
Does
and
that
stuff
mean
came over.
anything, Asgao?
It's kind of a bastardization of his last name.
Yes.
Which is?
I don't know how to pronounce it or how to spell it either.
Same.
Like why?
Asgao.
I knew it. I knew his other last name, and then it changed, and that's why the Asgao, and then
The previous one was French. This new one's like
Yeah, I don't even fucking know.
from Chad or something. I have no clue.
I
Like
don't
the
know.
country?
Yeah. There's some weird ass shit. I don't know. He says it's also, or he says like Russian or something. It's like I have no clue.
Chad.
Chad is not Russian, I know, but I'm saying
Okay.
that he's
I'm
got
like-
some weird place that I don't know the linguistic background of.
Yes.
I'm like, Ryan might need an explanation to where Chad is, but I figure if I came to you, that you know where Chad is, right?
Yeah,
on the,
of course.
on the globe. Like,
Yeah.
you know where,
It's
like,
where Chad is.
the Sudan, where,
Isn't it next to
where
Morocco?
Sudan is.
Or it's in the area. It's one of the northern countries on the lip of Africa, isn't it?
No,
Or is it right below that?
it's on the other side.
It's on the east.
Um,
I thought it was like Morocco, Algeria, something Egypt. There's like 4 across the top, and then Chad is like right up there with the Lake Chad.
bro, we might need a globe.
No, I don't know. I only know like
Chad's
the 4.
actually a country.
Yes.
Yeah,
And-
Chad's actually a country.
And
No
the funny thing
shit,
about that is
really?
it's
Yeah.
the local word for lake. And so there's a Lake Chad in Chad that's just called Lake, technically. And
Yeah.
it's like the chai tea or like the ATM machine thing, right? It's like Lake Chad.
Or like Grandma Nana.
Sure, yeah, I don't know what that one is. I was born in 2001. You got to remember this. Every time we talk, you forget I was born in 2001, and nothing you say means anything to me. It's like
He's
Greek.
also the fucking king of throwing out obscure references. It doesn't matter if you're old or not. They're just still like fucking like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. It's like you when you speak in different languages and just expect other people to like fucking keep up.
But they're all PIE languages. They're all Proto-Indo-European languages. That's on you for not speaking PIE.
No, it's my
Yeah,
fault.
you don't speak pie, bro.
I'm
The
sorry.
fuck's wrong with
That's
you?
my fault.
March is awful
do
for
better.
him. March is so bad for him.
Yeah. 314. Can't
314.
even fucking hang,
Nah.
homie. What about like 1168? What about that? Do you fuck with that? Do you fuck with phi or just pi? Phi, like the golden ratio. Phi, it's like a 1.6. It's basically the ratio.
It's the
the
swirl?
Fibonacci sequence.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's the swirl.
So
yeah.
it's 1.6, and then it's same thing,
Do
but
you still remember
the golden ratio, the golden mean.
how much of pi do you still remember?
About 80
Yeah, I remember.
80?
characters. I used to know 114 characters.
You're
in my-
autistic as fuck, son.
Well, we had a thing
There's a
in
reason why we both know it.
second grade, third grade, or something. There was a thing where whoever in the class could memorize the most amount of pi in 1 hour, and then we had like a sit down, right, for like a free period.
Okay.
And it was
that's
whoever
where
won
he's
it
autistic
got
as
a
fuck.
big.
No, and this is where
thing.
they found out who was autistic. This was actually an autistic test, and they're like, we'll weed him out
Yeah.
immediately. Check this out.
Well, you say that, but me and like 3 other kids got past 100, and so we all got a pencil with like 100.
Certified autistic.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then later on,
Yeah,
later on in
we
middle
got our
school,
we
there
got a
was
star.
dueling.
They put a star on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, wild. Yeah, it was crazy actually. And then, but I got the most, and so. Gang
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Yeah, like number 1 A plus, right?
Yeah.
But A is actually for autistic.
So
You're autistic
3.14
plus.
15926535897932384626433832795 That's as far as I
197163993751098209749494449 something.
Dude,
Yeah.
that was crazy. You guys were on a rhythm there for a minute.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was good. That's right. I never learned as much as that, but I can get up to 9. Then I'm just like fucking after that.
You did go like, I forget. You're like, I used to know it. To fucking whatever. You just
Yeah.
like went on.
Yeah,
I'm like,
3.1 per 1.
you're just fucking saying numbers now, dude. You want me to believe you? You want me to fucking? You seen those autistic people? Though
You
there's
can
a guy,
fact
like
check
a
it.
polyglot, and he will like learn a language in the weekend, and then he'll go and like do an interview in that language, like 100% in that language. And he was also able to like memorize fucking decimals, and he can tell you like what day you give him any date, right? And he'll tell you what day it was, or it's fucking crazy, or like what happened. It's like he has like the front page of the news clipping of that date in his head, dude. It's wild as fuck.
You think he's lying and he's just got? You think he's lying? And he just got photographic memory. And he just looked at this stuff.
Or maybe Elon Musk already has like an implant out there, and it's just like
He's
got
just
Google
using it,
in
he's
his
just
brain.
Googling
Yeah.
it.
Like as soon as they start saying it, he's already searching it in his brain. He's like, no, but that shit's wild though. Autism is strange as fuck. Cause I have a buddy and his little brother.
Because it fucking gives people superpowers. Are you
It's
kidding me?
fucking insane, dude. He's hyper fixated on fucking World War II and World War I and like the revolution, like war shit, right? So you can throw out any fucking date, right? And he will tell you like the generals that fought in that battle. He'll tell you like the fucking battalion. He knows the names of. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, nature is metal. Metal
Nature
is
is metal.
fuck.
All right, we're rolling.
Fuck metal.
Oh, we're back. We're live.
I'm not gonna fuck metal, no matter how much you try to get me to. I'm sorry.
But what if we made the dildo from your dick a metal model of it?
Like
Metal?
a-
Why
Would
would I
you
put
fuck
metal
it
in
with
my
your
pussy?
new vagina? You wouldn't?
Why would you put metal in there? You
With
need
your
to put
brand
something
new,
else.
you could put a brand new shiny your dick in your brand new shiny vagine.
I think I'd be the first person ever. I think that'd be awesome.
I think it's a great plan. Can we work on that campaign, like literally as a
We need that
fundraiser?
Kickstarter, dude.
Later.
No, but
I
right
need
now,
that
can we?
Kickstarter.
Yeah, it would be fun just for the fucking.
Listen, you can.
The
get
universe needs this.
You can
The
get
universe
the
is
operation
begging for it.
whenever you're ready.
Yeah, there's no
But-
obligation for you to get it immediately. I understand there's some trepidation.
They need to know what we're talking about right now.
Okay, so
The concept.
the concept is you
Cut
off your own dick.
Well, you don't cut it off. You fold it inward. Actually,
Okay, you fold it
but
inwards.
I get a
We
gender
model-
reassignment surgery, bottom surgery.
Hold on,
so I have
but
a
first we
pussy.
model
But before
your
that,
dick and use that as the object that we
Yeah.
sell for the fundraiser.
yes.
So we're selling his dick to raise the money for him to get his
Which I
transition
think that's
surgery.
been done before, but I don't think there's a video. I don't know of at least any, and I think I would know
They
if
sold
it
their
existed.
dick. A model of their dick.
model of yeah, like a model of someone's dick who then gets surgery and then makes a video of them.
Dude.
Like,
So the
like-
universe is begging us to do this. That's
so
what
this is
it
basically what plants
That's just
do.
confirmation.
This is what plants do.
Yeah, yeah. This is
Asexual
you're
reproduction?
just giving me more affirmations on that we
Yeah.
need to do this.
No,
you haven't deterred me at all.
Wait. Never mind. Wait, that doesn't make any fucking sense. I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. Actually, I was gonna say. Wait, you store up. So you go to a sperm bank and you store it, and then you make a model of your dick that can do the like thing where it shoots it in, and then you fucking fuck
Like-
yourself. And you can't. I was like, you can't reproduce with yourself because you don't have a womb if you get the surgery.
Yeah,
but
but
in the future that will be a
Yeah,
thing.
homies
But
out
in
here
the
like-
future, this will be a
you
thing.
could come in yourself.
And he
You
didn't
could
even
come in
take any
yourself with your own
mushrooms
sperm.
before this episode.
But what happens? But what happens if in the future we make womb transplants and then you can reproduce with yourself? Wait, what happens in that situation?
What happened?
It wouldn't be valid. It would be like a mule. You know, like how mules they can't.
Yeah, because it only
fucking-
has one set
Yeah.
of DNA, and so it would come out. It would just get fucking.
You know how in
diseases or
Star
something, right?
Wars the
Yeah, it would
clones
just
are
be
treated
immediately deleted. It would just be a stillborn. I don't think it would.
You know how in Star Wars the
You know what I'm
clones
saying?
are used
Nature
for
might
like
just reject
military
it.
purposes, and they're like not necessarily treated like a full human. Like they have rights and shit, but
That's
like,
where
they get
extra
sent to
chromosomes
war
come from.
and shit. That's true.
I have extra chromosomes to reproduce.
Pass down the extra.
Oh, dude. Extra chromosexual, bro. That shit
Jared
is
Nathan.
so fucking funny, dude. I love that guy. He's so funny. I love that they're bad to the
So
bone.
there's a comedian on Jared Nathan who has like all of the disorders. I mean, you just look at him; he's got everything. And these are out of his own. These are words out of his own mouth. And
No,
he's
the joke is his diagnosis is that he's globally delayed. Right? That's his official diagnosis. He's globally delayed.
He's like Dreg.
Yeah. But he says, which means he's internationally retarded. And that's the kind of comedian he is. He's fucking hilarious.
and he stutters, so all of his punchlines just hit. So, and especially with bees, so they started just like his theme song is now "Bad to the Bone." So like,
And he has merch, Bad to the Bone merch. It's his whole fucking thing. It's good.
it's
No, I'm glad
hilarious.
that like somebody, like imagine that's your reality. You got to go, like, life is fucking hard. With this world is not a fucking kind place. This world is like a fucking,
It's
it's
been
full
to
of,
me. I've had a really easy life, actually. It's crazy.
that's wild.
I've had it's been chill.
But like imagine
World
that
is
your
not-
ancestors, imagine the whole lineage all the way back to where there was fucking, they had to fucking survive in order for you to even be here, right?
I
So
could do
you
that.
come from a lineage.
I could do that.
You come from a lineage of survivors, right? So just for you to even be here means that everybody before you had to survive and fucking procreate,
So at
right?
least
For
part
you to
of
even
your-
fucking exist. And the crazy thing is check this out. Here's a fucking weird thing. So
You just go
as
to random
soon
homeless people on the
as-
street. Like, I bet your ancestors were bitch ass people just leached off of
as
others.
soon as
weren't
the
they?
first egg happened, the first female that was produced from an egg, they already have the eggs in them that they'll have for their whole lifetime.
Yeah.
Which means that your grandmother, like there's this whole fucking thing where it's like Lisa, as soon as her mother was conceived, as soon as her grandmother was conceived, right? The eggs that were fucking developed inside of her grandmother was her mom, which means that the egg from her that her mom was going to develop that became her was like, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
you
it's this
theoretically exist like 20, 30 years before you're born.
it's fucking crazy. Like that. That's
Well,
a
Are you gonna
crazy
smoke that joint or
concept.
just let it go out? Hey, barely saved it.
It was a compilation of Ryan saying that exact phrase.
Yeah, can't get involved in a conversation. No. Is the joint still going, man?
Listen, it is not, but other stoners, back me up. It's not hard to have a fuck conversation and not camp on the joint, but not for this motherfucker. He does, and then it fucking starts to run because it lets it go out, and you gotta fucking fix
People
it.
camp, bro. We camp. It happens.
I hate
Just
it.
chill the fuck out, man.
God, I hate it.
It's not like a how fast can we smoke that joint. It's not a competition.
It's just like a keep it in like a semi-decent rotation speed. That's all. That's why
Yeah.
most of the time I just smoke my own.
But isn't that a crazy concept, though? And then I was listening to, I can't remember what it was on. There's a few podcasts that I listened to. It might have been like Radio Lab. They have a few like really dope ones. I like the one about the mitochondria that they did about the archaea and the mitochondria and how
and how it's the powerhouse of the cell.
fuck yeah, dude, that shit was dope as fuck, right?
I have a question. Does the mitochondria is it one mitochondrium and multiple the mitochondria are? Because mitochondria is a plural word, isn't it?
I think it's.
What the
I think
fuck is
it can be
happening here?
used as a singular. That it also is its own plural.
But or mitochondrion maybe existed.
Like octopus, you can just say octopus, and
Yeah.
it means multiple, but it can
this
also
is the
mean a
plural,
single,
right?
depending
That's
on
like,
how
that's
you
like when you
use
use
it.
criteria. You say
Like some
a
people
criteria.
say, "Oh, octopi," but no, you can say octopus.
Well, yeah,
and
because like
and you
language
don't-
is real. But like,
I
well,
like
it's
to say octopuses.
But like, what's the
Multiple
it's like the word
octopuses.
criteria, right? It's you have one criterion or multiple criteria.
Yeah.
So, but we all just say one criteria now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's one mitochondria. Is there one mitochondrion or mitochondrium? What's the what? Who
Yeah.
made it? Is that what are they doing?
Yeah, it's also like how you would say, like the people from a place, like Chinese or Croatian. You know what I'm saying? Like a people from Croatia are Croatian, but people from China are Chinese. Vietnam, Vietnamese. You know what I'm saying? Congolese, right?
German, French,
Mm-hmm.
Spanish. It's all
Egyptian,
different. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Washingtonian.
German.
Michiganders. That's my favorite one.
Yeah, and that's just fucking
Is
made
that
up
real?
colloquial. But it's made up. That's like a colloquial
It
fucking
is
thing.
real.
Michiganders.
Michiganders.
Why is there a D?
Michiganders.
Michiganders, everybody.
I
You
can't
know
tell
what
you
it
the
is?
fucking
It's a
reasoning for it.
portmanteau, right? So it's
Portman gay.
Dude, what
Michigan, and then they're taking the latter part of Michigan, and they're adding a gander to it, right? So it's like Michiganders. So they're like a gander of Michigan.
What is a gander?
You don't know what a gander is? Like a goose, a gander?
Yeah.
No, I thought
gander is
gander
a
only
goose.
mean to glance, like take a gander, like meant to glance at something. I thought that's the only use
No,
it
it's
was.
a goose.
I'd never heard of that.
No, the gander is like what's good for the goose is good for the gander. The gander is like the gaggle of geese.
I believe you.
Look it up. Look up gander.
I was writing notes. No, I
Yeah,
do believe you.
Definitely look up gander.
No, I'm good. I believe you.
No?
I'm gonna start fuck this. I'm gonna start believing people.
Yeah, that's right. That's right, motherfucker. You got to believe people. You got to have a little faith in humanity. You got to be an optimist.
Yeah, like, what are we even here for if people are lying to me
Optimus
about the
Prime.
meaning of gander?
What are we here for?
If you're lying
not to
about
just
geese-
let joints go out.
And speaking of prime, like prime is an interesting word. Prime has so many meanings. We're talking about different meanings of
I thought it
words.
just meant one
Prime.
or first.
But look, there's prime mortgage, which means the top. Like it's the top.
Yeah,
it's
number
the premium.
one. What's the number one?
Right? There's Optimus Prime.
Optimus
right?
Prime is number
There's
one.
the prime
number one.
the prime drink. Prime energy drink.
Prime,
Which
yeah,
is
it's
prime.
number one. It's supposed. It all has the same meaning.
Now, mathematically, are you familiar with the prime? Mathematically, what prime is? What is this number?
It's the number one.
No, it's not.
I passed
One is
this.
prime, isn't it?
Yes, one is prime.
Oh,
One is a prime number. You're trying to hit a joint, but it went out, dude. You fucking.
It was out when you handed it to me.
God isn't
it
real.
Fucking
God
wasn't.
damn it.
Dude, I promise
It's
you,
so
it
fucking
wasn't.
Jover.
But the next 5 minutes where you sat there and just held it, that's when it just
I like that they
burned
call that camping.
away.
Everyone's like, yeah, camping
Everyone
means to
cue
stay
fucking-
somewhere.
Everyone cue fucking Candle in the Wind by Elton John. What
Cue
is
the-
a joint if not just a weird candle?
A lot of what? What? It's something else. I'll tell you that.
It's kind of like a weird candle, though.
What are you looking up, brother man? I'm out of the loop on this too. I don't know what's going on here either.
I don't know why I said Portman gay, by the way.
Yeah,
That's just one of those ones. Like,
You caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it.
because I have listen, he's said portmanteau a couple times, and I don't know what it is, and I still don't know what it is.
It's when you
And
put
so
two words
in-
together.
And so in my brain, I'm just like portmanteau, more like portman gay, because I don't get it. And
Yeah,
so,
portmanteau. You know the word Reaganomics?
Nope.
You know who Reagan was, right? The president of
the
the United
president.
You know what
States.
Yeah.
economics are, right?
Yeah.
This is
Reagan,
like Reaganomics,
Reagan's
dude.
economics. Do they call them Reaganomics? And so when you
So that's a portman gay.
a portmanteau, yes.
Word.
And that's French for portmanteau. I think means moving jacket. So I don't know why that has anything to do with words being combined. Because port means to carry or move, and then manteau.
Because it's
just
like a costume.
Are you just like
It's like a
eating hash
costume.
off the
I don't
table?
think it's like a
What are you
costume.
No, because you can put on a different jacket. So it's like a word putting on a different jacket.
But it's not. It's like a word doing a human centipede with another word.
But you just said it's like a jacket.
Or not a human centipede. Sorry, a word centipede.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, no, the word manteau means like jacket or like something else.
Fuck one's wiener.
Does it mean cloak?
Me over here jerking my dang penis. I don't know. I don't know if it means cloak. I don't speak French. Je ne sais pas parler français, excuse-moi.
Fucker.
Dude.
You just got, you got diced, I'm sorry.
Bro, is he just trying to bamboozle us? He's like trying to do some fucking
I'm
presto
trying to pull a manteau over your eyes.
Bro. So what does this word mean? You said it means jacket.
Yeah, it means Reaganomics. It's like when you put two words together.
How cool would it be if you could hide yourself inside your own foreskin?
You know what I've been thinking about?
Tanuki. Were you there for the Tanuki
Yeah,
conversation?
No,
yeah.
you guys traumatized me with that because I played a few years ago. I played Genshin Impact, and they had a whole thing in the Japan. They have like an island that's just Japan, basically. It's called Inazuma, but it's just Japan. And they have little Tanuki, the little animals, right? They have Tanukis everywhere, and like they guide you to treasure.
I was eating the rest of my mushroom.
A joint's still out.
This fucking guy's like the police.
He's harping
Here,
on it, bro.
I'm gonna pass it back. I don't even want it back. You just smoke that to yourself. I got a bowl of weed right here. I can just be left the fuck alone and not be bothered about the joint going out. Keep your fucking joint to yourself. I don't
will.
want it.
I fucking will.
I don't want it. I'll smoke my bowl of weed and then we can just carry on about our business and not worry. I'll camp on my own bowl of weed and it will be fine. He doesn't want any anyhow.
All good.
I don't have to worry
Thank
about
you.
remembering to fucking pass it to
It
you.
shouldn't be a remembrance.
I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Yeah, we're
I'm not
talking
worried about the
four
So if
fucking
there's a
joint.
thing in your hand, you just go, all right, talk.
No.
No, if there's a thing in your hand, you go talk. I'm having a conversation.
Yeah.
No.
And then you eat the whole thing like a fucking Hershey's bar.
Yeah. Then
to
you
get to
just
catch
eat the
up because
joint.
you're behind now.
Yeah. Right.
You've been talking.
Yeah.
Is that a real thing? Do people do that?
Nail it.
It's like a party. It's like you go to a
What do
party
they
and they're like,
call that?
eat the joint, eat that. You know, like they make you eat the roach, like as a
Yeah.
funny.
You can Wu-Tang the blood.
Yeah,
I've heard
Wu-Tang,
people
Wu-Tang.
have told stories of eating the roach because a cop like showed up and they were like, "Oh God, I have to get rid of the evidence." They eat
Or eating their weed or fucking eating all of their mushrooms.
swallowing it just
Yeah.
to. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you get caught and you don't want to have evidence on you, I mean,
I learned the term pussy pocket or prison pocket from my mother. Pussy pocket. Pocket pussy.
it's the same thing. Pussy and pocket are actually, you know, the
It's a
etymology of pussy is
portmanteau.
pocket. It's a portmanteau. Yeah.
Pocket pussy's a portmanteau. Yeah, don't you know?
Pocket
no, but
tussie.
my mom.
Pocket tussie would be a portmanteau.
My mom was the person that taught me about the prison pocket. That's where the first time I ever heard that. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna need cigarettes when I'm in there, so I just put it in a fucking baggie, and then I just fucking bloop. She
Why
just
not?
stuffs it up her cooter, and then
The old prison pocket.
yeah.
It's unfair advantage, actually.
I mean,
So you
have
know
an
where that
asshole.
term, that term like that something smells fishy. That's a prison term. Like when something comes in and it smells fishy, like you know where it came from. Yeah, that smells fishy.
No, I caught on. I was with you.
Yeah. No.
So if it
seriously.
smells shitty,
Mm.
then-
I don't think that's a saying though.
No.
Suck down your
Shitty situation.
little lit joint.
Yeah. You better keep that fucker lit the entire time. If you let that go out,
it is. It's lit. Mm.
motherfucker. Every 2 minutes, I should just check in and be like, "Hey, is that lit? Are you still
Yeah,
you still
the
smoking
answer will
on that?"
be yes until it's
Okay.
gone.
Good. I haven't even sparked my bowl yet. I'm already camping on it.
What is when you're by yourself, smoke at your own leisure, man. If there's another person
But right-
waiting
but
on
right
you,
You
now,
see me in a
just you
conversation,
answer to
just
me.
don't even pass me the joint.
listen. I know I'm neurotic about rotation. I don't know why.
Never mind. No. You know I'm necrotic about.
Necrotic.
I'm gonna put.
No,
a cut
there's-
here.
and-
Wait.
yeah,
Stop, stop,
I
stop,
fucked
stop.
it up. I was trying to find the number prime. There's a number, like a recurring number, and it's like 215 or something like that. That's
So you're
mad
saying-
lit.
You're saying you got prime? You got the prime number?
No, I'm retarded. I don't know enough about it to even talk about it.
Ah.
But it is fascinating. Have you ever heard anybody talk about like the Fibonacci sequence or any of that, and seen the relation and how it's like literally related to fucking everything? Like this is a recurring pattern that is fucking found everywhere in nature. It like is the reason, it's like it's the law that the substructures fucking you have to follow for everything to exist. You know what I'm saying? Like there's these
Yeah.
mathematic patterns that are there, and it's like we've just kind of like I wouldn't say that we created it, right? It's not something that anybody
You
created.
discovered it. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
math.
yeah, but they're discovering something that was already there, right? But it's in the substrate of the fucking fabric of time and space,
math.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Substrate is a big one that gets a thing put into it, right? And the superstrate is the thing that goes on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Dude,
Thank you for clarifying that.
so Robert was saying that he quit smoking weed because he had a math dilemma one time with a customer that he had to add two checks together, the two amounts for the checks, and he couldn't figure out how to do it to have them write one check.
Oh, so he's retarded.
No, because he was trying to add it up as minutes and not as hundreds.
So he's
Oh, he was doing
retarded.
basic
No,
60.
but he was saying
He's
that was
thinking
because
in
of the
base
weed.
60.
He was like, the weed made him feel retarded, and so he quit smoking weed because he's like, that doesn't happen. When
Oh,
I'm-
yeah, just because you can't hang, don't blame the weed.
Yeah, it's like
This
you smoke
fucking
weed and
guy.
it drops your IQ by like 12 points. And so if you don't have those
There's
extra
no way.
points to do it, then you
There's
then you
no
just
way.
can't. If you're not sitting on extra, like
Listen, man.
headroom.
I don't give a
There's
shit
no way,
how
'cause
high
sometimes,
I am.
like,
You tell
I'm
me
able
to
to
add,
access
I can
shit.
still fucking add. Like,
Yeah.
to add money together. What the fuck are you talking about? You're trying to do it in minutes. Shut the fuck up.
Okay. I do have a political point to make, an argument.
Yes.
People say when you drink one drink, you're actually like strong, better or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't believe that for a second.
No.
I get fucking railed in Valorant
first-
when I drink one drink of one single 12-ounce 5% drink.
Yeah.
They say that makes you sharpen you a little bit, and then after that is when it drops off. I've done that before purposefully, and my reaction time doesn't plummet, but it drops by like 30 milliseconds, and I get my ass whooped.
What about
I am in the top
What
1%.
about 2
So
drinks?
these are like 15-year-olds
what
on
about
Adderall.
2 drinks?
On 2 drinks, I'm just normal. I don't know.
What about on mushrooms?
I haven't tried mushrooms.
Really? Okay, so I'll
Nah.
tell you my experience this weekend. Me and my girl went out of town. The kids went to the grandparents and went swimming. It was awesome. Everybody had an awesome weekend. We were out at the river out at Middle Fork. the Snoqualmie, and dude, it was amazing. Like I just took a little micros, little fucking
Microdosing.
little microdose. Yeah,
Man.
dude. And I'm telling you, it was like I went into a state that was like automatic. I could just walk on the logs through the forest.
In flow state?
Yeah, oh, totally. Dude, I entered into a full flow state. I could run full clip down the fucking beach, and it was all rocks, right? Just full clip, just like parkour down on these huge boulders all the way. It was amazing. I felt so alive.
I did on many
The colors
more,
were vibrant,
on
bro,
many
it
more
was-
mushrooms than a microdose. On what some would call a heroic dose, I did that same thing in a mountain, and it was one of the best feelings I've ever had. Where it
Yeah.
was just like down a hill, but like every step felt perfect, and you were like the weight was just going, and we were screaming at this point. We're like. Just running through the fucking forest. It was awesome.
Yeah, General Sam made a video where he and Poob and a couple other guys went out of the forest and they took mushrooms and they were like camping, whatever. And they're just fucking, and Sam is just laughing at everything for like the whole time, and he thinks it's so funny, and it's like annoying to the point, right? It's like Jesus, dude.
And so right
I
now,
don't know
like
if-
I have like a
I've munched
photo
on a couple
journal
of these,
of the
and-
entire journey, and it's awesome, bro. It's epic because you can see the perspective of like how I was looking at shit.
Yeah, so a picture of flowers from the side, a picture of the tree from the base, a picture of a leaf from close up, pictures of mushrooms from a side angle, looking up towards the trees and seeing them converge, like an anime character, looking down, mushrooms
Like
at the
down
base of
the
a tree,
path?
looking down the path, but like from the path. Yeah. Yeah, skra. POV video of walking across a log. I can't. I think after those like first few sips, I just can't go into flow state anymore. I go into flow state pretty easily when I play games and stuff like that, where it's like very single brain cell, but I can't.
Like little worlds, dude. I
yeah,
was
for me,
looking
weed
under the
helps me get
logs
into the flow
and
state.
finding these little worlds and like looking.
that is-
everything was just so.
That is why I like smoking as much as I do, is because it helps me hit a flow state where everything just kind of goes. Like it feels like life just goes easier when it's like when the plant just like
wanna
helps
send
you
this
along a
group
little
of photos
bit.
to me and share them to me so I can put them in the pod. For the audio listeners who won't be watching the pod in the first place, this is various photos of around on like a gravel beach and a bridge, from various perspectives. With
I got
various
stuck in the
framings.
waves, homie. I got stuck in
Oh,
the
yeah.
waves.
No,
Yeah, he's
if
taking
you
a lot of
get
these
a good-
videos of waves on a gravel beach on a river.
Yeah, no, when you're tripping, if you hit a good
And the cracks on your phone screen look like the Spider-Man logo. Have you noticed that?
It's crazy.
It's kind of sick.
It looks like a golden orb weaver. It's like
It does,
almost
yeah.
exactly the shape of a golden orb weaver.
dude,
It's crazy.
if you get you'll get straight up stuck in one spot for many hours on mushrooms if it looks like in that same trip where I was running through the mountains.
Unforgettable.
I also
Bro, I want to go back and eat there. They were
I also got
closed.
stuck
fun
in a
place called
like in a
Unforgettable.
tree for like an
Yeah.
hour and a half. Not like in a tree, but like I was staring
Yeah,
at
yeah,
a
you're
tree
all consumed by
and
it.
just consumed.
Chad has an idea to make a place called Pho King,
Yeah. No, it exists.
and then we found out it exists, and he was like, "God damn it,
Yeah.
they beat us to the thing."
And so is Pho 20. It exists. Pho 20 exists. It was in the University District.
yeah,
Pho 20.
well, I think they just named them after number, right? We have Pho 111
Yeah,
or something like that in Tumwater. We have some sort of pho place, but yeah,
there's Pho 101.
101, yeah.
There's Pho 102, which is over off of exit 102, and then there's Pho 111.
Yeah,
Here you
that's
go.
the one over it's on Pacific or something like that. It's out over there somewhere over in the adjacent cities. Waterfall video, man.
water.
Whatever is this?
It's the middle fork of the Snoqualmie River. Yeah.
Isn't it so
dude.
sick how in Washington we've got like everything is just named after like
Indian tribes.
like a tribe, you know. So you're
Yeah.
like,
It's
oh yeah,
res-
I'm going
I
up
think
to,
it's respectful as
it's
fuck.
it's respectful, but it's also cool because all the names are awesome as fuck.
Yeah,
and,
I
and
didn't.
so you
I
go to
didn't
like,
realize that it was hard for people to pronounce our names, like
Yeah.
from out of state, until like I'll be around someone who's like, "How the fuck? What?" They'll be looking at Puyallup and they're like, "Pew."
well, it's like it's Seattle. That's why it's called Seattle, right? It's because the people who showed up couldn't pronounce the guy's the chief there's name. They named it after the chief of the current chief of the tribe, and his name was like Stilatla or something like that. And they were just like, we'll call it Seattle, man. You know, like I don't know.
Like, how about Seattle, man?
But it's sick, you know. It's like Snoqualmie and Skookumchuck.
Yeah,
You tell me
Skookumchuck.
Skookumchuck isn't the coolest shit you've heard in your life.
Yeah.
It's okay. Second to Wampanoag. Wampanoag have the most based tribe name ever. That's so cool. So cool. I think that's sick. I think that's sick. You know,
Right.
I did see a tweet earlier where somebody said, America is crazy. Y'all saying you just live in the state of massive huge tits. I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah.
I like to say massive two shits.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's like you're a goofy name, but you go up to freaking, I don't even know it. What's another good one? Yakima. Yakima's cool. But yeah, dude, I've been
doing this close up.
Squaxin. Squaxin's another. good one.
Squaxin's a good one. Yeah.
don't want to go
Or Walla Walla. Is Walla Walla named after a local tribe? I do want to
I
go there.
don't know.
Right?
I like
Isn't that
nature. I
amazing?
like
I don't know,
nature.
but I like
Les
the,
les choses naturelles.
name a lot.
Is Vancouver?
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, Washington's got a bunch of base names.
It's a dope state.
Yeah.
You got a lot of nature to explore. I like nature.
I wonder if they do. You know how like in
I
like
like nature.
you know how every time you go to like some sort of like show or
yeah,
production or
brother.
whatever, or like a
I like
speech,
nature.
everything is always like they do the intro where they're like, we recognize we're standing on the grounds of whatever, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they do that in other states.
I don't
Because
know.
Washington is the Pacific Northwest in particular is kind of connected more, it seems, with the local, you know, tribes and stuff like that. Oh, it's Tacoma. It's Tacoma.
I've heard it my entire life that like up until you said that point, I was like, I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I wonder is the
don't know.
is the Toyota Tacoma named after Tacoma?
Don't.
There's got to be
know.
a Tacoma. I don't know. Nisqually,
Yeah, it's like-
bro.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
quality
here's the
state.
deal. They're like essentially across the pond. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Japan.
Japan.
We have a pretty good relationship with them. Nintendo is from Seattle. Like a lot
Yeah,
of
well,
fucking
Nintendo
tech-
has a huge Redmond.
yeah.
It's in Redmond actually. It's not in Seattle. All of them will get mad.
Okay.
They'll all talk that
Listen,
shit.
if we're gonna be specific here,
Be specific
All
here.
right.
So basically, all right.
Guess what? Guess where Redmond is to anybody in the fucking world. Okay, Seattle.
where Olympia is,
Seattle is the capital of Washington. I don't give a
I
fuck.
know,
You
for
ask
real.
anybody,
For real.
anybody,
Yeah.
anywhere in the world.
I tell my German friends I'm from Seattle because I don't want to be
Like,
like,
oh,
okay,
yeah, the capital
also,
of
ja,
Washington.
Also ich wohne in Olympia und das ist im Süd von das ist im Süd von
You're
Seattle.
like, it's like
also
an
das ist
hour away from
vielleicht eine
Seattle.
Stunde oder eine Stunde 45 Minuten zum Süd, im Süden. Whatever, like it's like God, dude. No one cares. No one cares. We're from Seattle. We're in the greater Seattle area.
yeah,
You
Yep.
know?
Are you ready for a fucking amazing photograph? I don't even know if
Man.
I know.
Is that in a cave?
Kind of.
Make sure you send all these to me, man.
always do landscape spot.
Yeah.
Just
You know,
'cause it's
TikTok-
just a habit.
Bro, it is kind of
It is
shitty.
habit to do a profile in a landscape.
Yeah. Is that a crab plant or a spider?
Is that a crab?
Fuck is that?
That is the inside of a poppy.
Oh,
That flower.
it looks like an alien.
You were like,
Yeah,
and later we
right.
did some opium.
You're like, what
Copium.
kind of alien orifice is this?
Yeah, really, that looks like- that looks like the
tickles
freaking-
my fancy.
But I think what's shitty is that you're talking about
Opium?
landscape and opium's kind of shitty. There's a problem with that going on right now. But aside from that, I think that the you're talking about landscape photography, right? The fact that the aspect ratio, like the default aspect ratio, has become vertical because of like you know TikTok
Cell
and
phones.
cell phones and all of these different applications now have a TikTok clone on them.
Yeah.
YouTube and Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and
Yeah.
TikTok and all these. You go anywhere, you have the swipe thing, and it's like Snapchat has it. Why does Spotify have it, bro? Why does Spotify have a TikTok clone on it? I don't give a fuck. I don't care, man.
No, when they showed
oh
me
my
that, I was
God.
like, I could not give two
Yeah.
shits less.
It truly made me want to switch to like Apple Music. I don't have an iPhone. I would have switched to something else. You can switch to SoundCloud. Be a real motherfucker for once. Like, I was so mad, dude. It's just
SoundCloud was
disgusting.
dope as fuck.
SoundCloud's cool. I used to be a SoundCloud kitty, but then my family bought a family plan for Spotify, and I was like, all right, I'll save money. But yeah, like shit,
listen, Spotify is dope. Spotify is dope for all the fucking things. But like at that point, I was like, all right, you're doing too much.
the UI is fantastic on Spotify.
Do you give a fuck about photography at all?
Except the fact that it doesn't render when you don't have Wi-Fi, even though you can have things downloaded, which is shit.
Yeah. And then fucking car mode that they just tried to put in. It takes longer for it's more
you can turn that off in settings, actually.
Yeah, it's more dangerous
so
for
bad.
me to get out of car mode in the car than it is to fucking just have the default. Like
That
I
is
know
some,
how
like-
to use the default UI, but now you want me to figure out something else while I'm on the fucking road?
When you buy a new computer and the only reason you use Microsoft Edge is to download Chrome or Firefox.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly.
It's exactly like that. It's like
Do you even give a fuck about photography at all?
I don't know.
No?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You don't
I
care
do
at
like the
all?
photos, but it's you've shown me about 40 and it's blending into like a
This is a
there are a
series.
few standouts.
This is a series that I call Naughty by Nature.
Yeah, it's a hole in the middle of a log that looks it's like a knot has been bored through to the other end of the tree.
focus. Look where the focus is.
Is there a crab? That looks like a Paris.
Is
That looks
there
like
a crab?
It looks like what is his name? Paris? The crab Pokemon? Paris?
Look where the focus
Oh, yeah, Paris.
It looks like there's a Paris on the other end. Wait. Scroll to the one you showed me just a couple
For a
seconds
second,
ago.
I was like, Paris,
That one.
crab, like
Show
French.
him, and he'll go, Paris. It looks like the claws of a Paris are reaching out from under that grass, right? Little guy. There's a little man. Little man.
There's a little dudes.
Oh, wow.
When you zoom in,
The little dudes.
world on the other side. See the leaves where the focus is down on the backside of that hole in that fucking log. Isn't that crazy?
This makes for a wonderful audio podcast.
Yeah,
I'm
for audio
sorry.
podcast, this is
I'm
various,
sorry, but this shit is so
I was describing them earlier.
fascinating.
It's various photos of like trees and rivers and hiking trails along the Snoqualmie River in Washington. It's just evergreen forests and
I'm sorry. We did
Ferns.
mushrooms before the episode, and I got
Lovely
fucking
things.
transfixed. And yeah, I've been having a good time.
but yeah.
I got lost in photographs, man.
I'm going to start growing weed here soon. I'm still
Hell
really
yeah.
stoked on that.
Yeah, you're gonna grow the other veggies too? How many veggies you got?
Currently none, because I'm in the planning stage. Next year, I
Yeah.
want to go real heavy. With
If you need help making that garden one day, just hit me up.
word.
Help you with that.
Yeah, no, we're getting it. Definitely. Yeah, it's
Bro, wait.
I
Oh,
got
is that in
fucking
Squally?
plans, man.
One of the things that Justin's showing me right now is a panorama of a wooden board with
Moss
overgrown
and
wooden
lichen
board.
on it.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
Who is the guy who wrote Walden? Robert
Walden.
Walden. Sadly
No, it's
not.
like Song of My Soul.
No, Walden.
It's not Emerson.
Not Ralph Emerson. Robert E.
Waldo. Waldo?
No.
Where's Waldo?
No, there's Ralph. Where?
Dr. Seuss.
Walden. Henry David Thoreau.
Thoreau.
Yes.
Bro, I was so lost for a minute.
Yes.
couldn't even
Yeah.
think of
Thoreau.
Thoreau.
He kind of had a point. He was like writing that.
Brew.
Have you read? Did you read Walden?
Tell me the reflection.
This guy, Henry David Thoreau, he was kind of based for it. Yeah, isn't it the Squally entrance? Yeah. The Henry David Thoreau, this guy is late 1800s or something like that, or early 1800s maybe. He was in America, if I'm not mistaken. He went to Lake Walden, which is, I don't know, it's in fucking the east somewhere. And he just disconnected from society and stopped. He just completely left and went and built by hand a log cabin and lived on a lake. And he wrote a book about we need to all disconnect from the world and live in nature and go and fuck off and do, and he like wrote about, he's like, in the evening is time for you to reflect. And here
Is he the one that talked about jacking off in nature too and spreading his seed?
I don't
the
know.
Song of My Soul.
I don't think
was
so.
that
I don't think
Thoreau
that
or
was
was that Emerson?
We read this for high school class, so I don't think so. I would have. I
Okay.
think if that would have impacted me a little more. But he like would write about like ants.
By the way, this dude was totally jerking off.
yeah, jerking off his dang penis. But yeah,
dying pain.
but yeah, he was he would just write about like, yeah, you all need to like go and like touch grass, basically, the original touch grass. But is it a pike?
No, listen, man, I sound like a broken hippie record because I'm like, have you guys ever tried like exercising and going out when everyone was like, I'm sad. I'm like, do you go outside? And they're like, no, not really. I'm like, well, like, do you exercise? I'm like, no. And I was like, well,
Yeah. I went to I freaking went
get
to
out
my
in nature.
counselor about something a few months ago, and I was like, by the way,
Beautiful out
first
there.
thing is I eat well. I eat vitamin. I go outside.
Eat
I
a vitamin.
I sleep enough. I did everything, man. Please, like, don't waste. Yeah, we don't have to waste any time
Yeah,
on this.
you're like-
I'm not stupid. I did the things.
yeah,
that a
you're
lot
like,
of people
listen
forget
to me.
do.
I know what good lifestyle habits are.
Yeah.
I'm doing them.
I'm doing
Help.
them. yeah. Help. There's a
You're like,
there's
it
a fucking
didn't fix
shadow
all
demon
of my
in the mirror.
problems.
yeah, exactly. But yeah.
No, like stopping drinking for me has only ever been like it's like, oh, you stopped drinking now, cool. Now you can actually look at all of the problems in your life. You're like, you think it's like, oh, if you stop drinking, it's gonna solve all your problems. At least if you're an alcoholic. You're like,
Alcoholics are classically known for thinking that stopping drinking will fix their problems.
yeah, it doesn't.
Uh,
Listen, it helps. It definitely, like, you definitely should. If it's a problem, you should stop. And if you do that, you'll also realize, fuck,
Another one of these close
I got a
ups.
lot more problems to solve. But at least now you're in a good headspace to solve it. And so then it's easier.
Yeah, everybody's trying to fucking run. They don't have to be ashamed or fucking deal with their
That's why you
fucking
go.
guilt.
That's why
or
you go to
face their
fucking. That's why you go to
shit.
therapy, man, and do yoga and work out and fucking eat healthy and try to live a good life. Be a good person. Be gentle to others. Hail
Yeah.
Satan. Whatever.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Isn't that like the church to Satanism actually is like just
About personal
it's just about
responsibility.
humanism. Yeah, it's just
And
humanism.
about being fucking accountable.
yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're accountable to the people that are in your life and that you want in your life. Look at this
Oh, yeah, it's a water fountain. It's one of the old water spigots with the
beautiful.
that shit looks like a looked like a bullet, like a bullet cracked bullet. You grab that shit with your hand and you turn it. Yeah. I freaking okay. This is the Stoned Ape Theories podcast. And
Yes, it is.
I read like
Yeah, we're here,
or
sorry.
read in quotes, like listen to the audio.
There was at
of-
one point where I was like, I wonder if for the bit if I just grabbed that phone and fucking hucked it.
It's already broken. I need to replace
No,
it.
I was like, it's already broken, but like,
look, you
it's
should
still
respect
usable.
the fucking crack in it, though. Let me.
I did not. I saw it.
No, but you
Anyways, it's the
actually-
Stoned Ape Theories podcast.
I read. I listened to the audiobooks of the Three Body Problem series by Sushin Neol, and it is crazy. So there's this book series by this Chinese guy, started coming out in 2008.
Yeah, it's like the Spider-Man logo.
And they made 3 of them.
What is it called again?
It's called Three Body Problem, or Three Body in Chinese.
Oh, okay.
And it's by Sushin Neol, but it's spelled Cixin Liu. It's Cixinliu. And it's translated by Ken Liu, and it's
By super easy
Yeah,
name.
you
by
know.
Ken. Well, I think he's got an American name. I think it
Duh.
makes sense that the guy who translated it into English
yeah.
has an American
Yep.
name.
Duh.
I
you
know.
know,
Yeah, I
you know
it's
that.
great.
Come on,
It's like,
fucking-
it's Susan Lin Ding Ding.
Yeah,
No.
But
so-
you get it. Yeah.
so-
Translated by
The idea of
Ken.
this,
Duh.
these books is
Okay.
they came out in 2008, 12, and 17 or something like that. Whatever. I don't give a shit. Right. It starts in the 60s, and this woman who works at like a radio tower radio thing,
Yeah.
she gets a thing from an alien that's like, hey, we picked out the
thing.
shit you're
Like
sending.
a message, a signal.
Yeah, they've been sending shit out, and they're like, we picked up on this. Do not send shit anymore. Do not respond to this message, like my people. I'm a good guy. My people will come and like dominate your species. Do not just completely.
He's the buffer. It's like listen. If this hit the other guys, you're just gonna be happy it's not the other guys.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, they literally say they're like stop fucking sending signals out.
Yeah.
You're gonna get killed.
Yeah.
So
fuck around and find
fuck
out.
around and find it, right? And he's
okay.
like, don't do this. And so like there's millions of stars in your direction. We just kind of know what general direction you have. If you directly respond to this, the time distance, based on whatever, we will be able to exactly pinpoint where you are and come find you, right? So just don't send this out anymore. Do not respond to this message. And then she has a bunch
What
of
was
trauma
their
in her
preference?
Life. Her name is
What was their
Wenjie.
preference towards us, though? Why did they like have a preference?
Well, that's the whole
for us?
that's the whole plot of well, this individual guy is. They actually explain this in a spin-off book called The Redemption of Time. That's approved by Sushinyo. It's it's crazy. That sounds like a grandiose
I don't even
title.
know what the fuck you're talking about, right?
There's three. Sorry, there's
It's the three bodies.
three body problem.
Okay, and this is a
It's called that.
Japanese
No,
thing?
Chinese.
Chinese. Okay.
He wrote 3 books, and then another guy wrote a spin-off book, but that was approved by him. So it's like technically canon. So they explain this actually. It's because of the whole
this is
alien
a
species.
fucking-
But they
whatever,
got
whatever.
kidnapped by
But-
aliens.
There's some superior race, some superior alien
yes.
race.
By the way,
that
everyone,
says-
spoilers for Three
that's-
Body Problem. I will get into spoilers here because I think they're gonna love this.
But he said there's a warning. Somebody's sending a warning.
he says,
saying,
do
hey,
not let us find where
fuck
you
around
are.
and find out.
And then she.
But why? Why is he sending a warning? Why doesn't he want them to...
They explain that it's because their whole race is very survivalistic and doesn't really. There's no culture or art or anything, right? And there's no meaning of the individual, right? The moment that
new
they
thing
become too
bad.
old to work, they get dehydrated, they call it, and then burned to death, right? So they
Right.
they just turn them off, right? And so. And so this individual was getting to the age where he was no longer going to be able to work, right? And he was like, well, maybe I just I want my life to have meaning.
Fucking victory, dude.
But he's like, I want my life to have meaning. I'm going
was
to do something. I'm going to
amazing.
save a whole species, essentially,
Okay.
right? And then she actually responds to it because she's having some trauma in her life, and she's like, I do want to see aliens, whatever.
Yeah.
But and so it kind of makes it.
He's like,
it's
fuck
kind of
the
justifiable
system.
in the
Here
whatever
you go.
in the books. And then they're like, and it's like, okay, shit. Well, and they're like, all right, we're gonna pull up then. And then we start like seeing them with a telescope, right? And you can see they're 400 years away, 400 light years away, and they're traveling at almost light speed, right?
So then we're fucking seeing them with the telescope.
Yeah, with like the James Webb Space
And
Telescope
we
or
can
something.
see them coming towards
And we can
us.
see, so you can
So
see
you
them.
know you've got 400
Does it
years
just look like
until
a
they
fucking-
fuck
It's
you
It's a
up.
fleet.
Does
It's
it look like a
fleet.
comet
Yeah,
or a
it's
fucking
like a comet. It's a
meteorite or
fleet, and they
whatever?
can see them going through these dust clouds, and they call it snow patches, colloquially, because they're like footprints in the snow, basically, and you can see the timing spaced, right?
So
And so they're showing up in 400 years, and the books talk about. It's basically just this is the plot, and that's the setup for me me as the author. So
And they have a course set to Earth.
they have a course to Earth, and the idea is what happened in the situation, and then after it happens, they show up and or they don't. Well, they show up, right, and then everyone's like, oh god, and then all this stuff happening, and it goes through the whole process. It goes through a process of like 800 years of what happens after this, but the whole thing is not about aliens invading. The whole thing about is because I'm gonna spoil the books because you guys aren't gonna read them, right?
I'm fucking not gonna read them
So
at all.
I'll spoil them.
I'm thinking
'Cause there's
of
like
the
3
Chronicles of
huge things.
Riddick. I'm like having. Have you seen the Chronicles of
I've
Riddick with
seen
the
it.
necromongers?
I've
and
seen
like
it
the
when I
whole-
was like 15.
It was
and,
dope.
And
It was like I didn't like the
Half
other
Asleep.
ones.
is
but
that the one with Vin
Princess,
Diesel?
Yes.
Yeah, but the Chronicles of Riddick was dope. Like like the whole lore to it is actually dope. Like I didn't like what was it, Pitch Black or fucking I don't know, but that one was dope. The Chronicles of Riddick was legitimately dope.
Well, it's not like the Chronicles of Riddick because there's no action in the whole series, basically. So
So
Don't
she
worry,
how
they'll-
is she receiving these messages?
she
Telepathically?
Works, no, she works
Radio.
at a big like what is it
Okay.
called? That big what is
Like
that big
NASA.
satellite they've got,
So,
right? She works at something like that, like a big fucking satellite, the Arabiova.
No. There's a
Sarajevo-
fucking
Sarajevo.
organization that does it, and it's like in the desert too. It's
Sarajevo, is that what I'm thinking of?
I don't fucking.
But anyways, she's at a big radio,
Yeah.
like satellite, right? So like they're the leading thing on the. Anyways, so so the whole thing is like during these books, it's like 250 years later, the main character gets hibernated, right? He gets like cryogenically frozen and woken up because he's like smart. And they're like, we need you in the future, right? After technology progresses a little bit, he shows up and humanity has like gone underground and made these big ass like underground cities that are like super futuristic, right? But they're like, oh, we're never gonna get killed or whatever. And they have these star fleets that are, like Star Trek level shit, right? And then the bad guys send out a little capsule that goes ahead of them and scouts out, and it's just a big orb, right, the size of like a Zeppelin or whatever. And it's completely reflective on all sides. It can't be read on radar or whatever because it reflects all of it off, or all the whatever. And it just fucking blows up the entire fleet. And they're like, what are we supposed to do, man? We don't have any protection. They're going to get here in like however many years. And they're like, oh shit. And so then basically they hire these people.
S.A.T is the organization. Yeah.
But they hire people. They hire 3 of them, I think. They're called four. They're called wall facers. And they're like, okay, they have surveillance technology on our planet now. And so we can't like assume that anything we say to like organize a defense force, right, will not just get picked up and instantly countered when they show up, right? We need 3 people to just fucking, we're not going to ask any, or 4 people, we're not going to ask any questions. You have infinite money. Figure out what you're going to do and tell us, and everyone will answer to you. You're like top dog. And then you're going to figure out a way to slight the aliens and like trick them, right? And then basically the one thing that ends up working is this guy's like, I have a dead man's trigger. And the dead man's trigger, if I die, this will just send the coordinates for your planet because they know where they came from because they obviously saw where the ships are coming from and shit, right?
Yeah.
This will send out just a signal of the coordinates for your planet into space. And then your planet will explode because he tested this. Why? Second book is called The Dark Forest. And listen to this. This concept is crazy.
Dude,
That's what would happen. That is what would happen. Because those eventually will get picked up by like a big civilization that's super big and bad, right? They don't know where anything really is, right? But if you know where another civilization is.
So you're saying that the reason that we're not detecting anything is because that they've already been destroyed.
Yes.
So anything that could be detected has already been detected by somebody else.
And here's why.
And they've been targeted and annihilated.
It's like, what is the thing that says like if God exists, you should believe in him. And if it doesn't exist, you should because you don't lose anything. Not Pavlov. What is that fucking thing? You know what I'm talking about? No, the guy said, it's like a Punnett square.
There's Occam's razor.
No.
Razor.
It's like a Punnett square, and it's like if God exists, then Christians win, atheists lose, right? If you don't believe, but if God doesn't exist, then Christians don't lose anything either. And
so it's better to believe and be wrong than to not believe.
Yeah,
and be wrong.
Still wrong.
Yeah. Here we go. Well, you're still wrong, but like it doesn't really. You don't lose anything, right? Pascal's wager.
Pascal's wager.
So there's basically a Pascal's wager for real life, though. This applies to real life. This is a fucking cognito hazard. I'm going to say this right now. But
what is cognito hazard?
Cognito hazard meaning just knowing this information will make your life worse. Like it will actually put you in danger to a certain extent, right?
Good.
Like fucking Roko's Basilisk, right? Roko's Basilisk, knowing about the concept is going to put you in danger. I'll explain that later.
Yeah, but these are like
Christ, man.
These are like SCPs though, right? These are like some SCPs type shit.
No, it's not.
No, but you would imagine that these could be.
The whole point of Roko's Basilisk is that it's real.
I guarantee you that Roko's Basilisk is a fucking SCP.
It's probably SCP. I think like 5K now.
That.
Anyways,
yeah.
Dark Forest theory is a theory that this guy came up with that actually applies to our reality.
Yeah.
Let's say you're a big super space civilization, right? You got tons of power. You can blow up a solar system with one rocket launch, right? From where you are. You find out there's a civilization somewhere in, relatively, close to you, right? 600, 700 light years away, right?
Yeah. What scale is that? I forgot the scale of how because they say we would be like a class 0 civilization.
Yeah, we would, right? Because we can't even leave the solar system.
Yeah, but what is that scale? I forget that scale.
Oh, you're talking about the barrier?
No.
Anyways, you find this little civilization. It's not as big as you, right? It's not as strong and powerful as you. You have 2 options. You have to let it live or not let it live. If you let it live, you're just waiting for them to be stronger than you and eliminate you because you're a danger.
The
you're a threat.
Kardashev scale.
So your only option is to just kill them before they become a threat. Because even if they become friendly, you don't know if they're going to be friendly or not, right? And if you're letting them leave, you're risking your whole civilization and everything you are, right? So your only option is to instantly destroy them before they get too big. And so that's the dark forest theory, is it would be economical to, if you got...
So the first civilization that reaches that level, that can contact, as soon as they can fucking
anyone in the area in a
detect
certain radius
somebody
around
else,
them,
it behooves them to eliminate them
it logically
immediately.
doesn't make sense to let other civilizations live. Unless you conquer them and crush them under your boot, right? But it's just more economical to kill them because you just blow their star up is what they do in the show, right? Or the movie. So the concept is, this guy is like, I have a dead man switch. If I die and it pops, it will just send a thing out that will send your coordinates out into space. And then a big ass, super society will find it and go, it's economical to just blow up that star.
With their doctrine.
The concept,
with their doctrine.
Yeah, right? The fact that anyone sent coordinates to this star means there's probably something on it. Why else would
But
you send
even if it's
coordinates to this
mundane,
star?
even if there was no threat,
There's no reason to let it live. You don't gain anything from not blowing it up. You only stand to lose from not blowing it up. That's the concept of the dark force. That's why I was so scared when we knew aliens existed a couple months ago when they found that shit. I was like, oh God. The idea that aliens have contacted us means we're fucked. Right? The moment they're not even because they.
But what about interdimensional? Here's the deal. I have
Okay, it goes into interdimensional stuff.
Yes.
In the third
because
book.
this is because they say that this is it can literally go from air to water and not lose anything. It continues through. So that means
what does?
That it's these ships, these fucking
go to
the
liquid?
Tic Tac and shit. It can go from air, right? Change its fucking direction and boop down into the water and not lose any fucking momentum at all, right? Which means that it can go between different states of fucking matter, right?
Yeah.
So they say that it's like transmatter or whatever.
It's like, how do you fight that? Right.
Right.
But so the third book, they find out the fourth dimension exists, and not only that it exists, but we can enter it.
So it does
they
address
physically
the
find a pocket
interdimensional,
that they find a 3D sphere that is you can reach in and go into the fourth dimension within it, right? And so they go in and they're like, and so you have to spend a few hours learning how to process what you're seeing, right? And and move in the fourth dimension without going outside the ship and dying and stuff like that. But the concept is they go into the fourth dimension and they get a signal from a ship that was in the fourth dimension. And the ship it's just the AI talking to them. There's no people alive on the ship anymore. And the ship is like, yeah. So basically, So basically,
bro,
I'm a ship. I'm a ship without people
do you
because
know
my
what
people got fucked up.
Laniakea is?
I do not.
Okay. That is the supercluster that we exist in.
Yeah.
We are in we are in the Milky Way.
Yeah.
Right. And we are in a fucking arm of the Milky Way. And
Yeah.
the Milky Way is within a larger supercluster of
Galaxies.
Of galaxies. Right.
Yeah.
And that supercluster that we are in within the greater fucking neural network or whatever the fuck you want to call it, the tendrils, you know, in the universe that we can, the fucking observable universe that we can detect so far. We are in the Laniakea, and that's like the super cluster, which is it's something that has translates to like the heavens above or something like that, or like the great heavens or something. I forget the translation. We can find the Laniakea. You want to write that down so we can find the translation for that?
Yeah.
The wind is hitting this and the waviness, bro, and the wave ripples were just carrying across the room.
But-
So that's why I look at Ryan
dude is
and
on
I just
mushrooms.
started
This dude is on
laughing.
mushrooms.
Oh my God.
This dude is on mushrooms. But
I'm also on mushrooms. Not
Yes.
that many mushrooms, but
Bro.
I'm also on mushrooms.
No, but the waves, I was like, fuck, and they just carried. It was like woo, 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 right behind you, and I was like, bro, I look over and I'm like, is that really waving in the fan? And I look at Ryan.
No, it's been the perfect.
That was great.
anyways,
No, this little microdose has been like I just feel peaceful.
And so, what's this
The
series
last
called
piece.
again?
3-body problem.
3-body
Because
problem.
the star they come from, or they come from a solar system with 3
And so
stars.
this is literally like an equation.
3 solar bodies.
So the problem is an
Well,
equation.
no, the problem
They're
is an
talking about, like,
equation.
this is a
It's not a
basic-
math problem. The problem is that having 3 stars means your planet just
But is it a
randomly gets
logic
fucked
problem?
up.
Is
No.
it a logic
yes,
problem?
It is. Right.
Okay,
And so,
so-
the problem is they're like their planet just gets fucked up every like random amount of years because they'll, the stars have weird gravity. And so it'll just destroy the planet. And so they haven't really been able to develop, right? And they're like, that's why they wanted to come to Earth, is because Earth, we're just in an infinite spring. Our planet is always viable to live on all year round in the entire planet, right?
They called the Goldilocks zone.
Goldilocks zone. And they're like, all right, we need that shit, right? So they gave up. They're like, we give up on our planet. We're going to move. After like all this time, we have given up on trying to figure out the pattern. We're just going to leave, right? But anyway,
There's an idea that Mars used to be in the Goldilocks zone and they lost their atmosphere.
we should put it back.
Right? But imagine this.
That's what Elon Musk wants to do.
No, he wants to bring the Goldilocks zone to it.
Can I sidebar for just 1 second?
Yes.
This is why mushrooms are amazing. I feel so fucking comfortable. like
Bro, I'm
just-
chilling.
yeah, just
Straight up,
like
bro.
just like it in my little like
Yeah.
good. Like I'm locked in. I put this on and it immediately like took away the bite from that, and it was just like
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Roko's Basilisk.
snuggling up. So
By
what
the
is
way-
that?
It's a thought experiment.
Write
Awesome.
that shit down too.
Fuck yeah.
We need to fucking post these things like Occam's razor, fucking what is it? Roko's
Roko's
Basilisk.
ROKO's
Okay,
Basilisk.
can we just make this the episode? Because what the fuck? What are we talking? Occam's razor. Is
Yeah.
that an
You don't know
Indian
what that
guy
is?
in his razor?
No. Far from it.
Yeah. It's like the most obvious answer is usually the correct answer.
Yeah.
That's Occam's razor.
What's the story behind it though? Like, I'm
Well, it's like if you come
like-
home and like a
so,
peach
like,
is missing,
Roscoe's-
Occam's razor says your wife ate the peach. Or your husband ate the peach, rather, if we're going to go by that Twitter thing. You know?
Yeah, not
like-
the peach didn't just disappear and vanish.
A
There's
thief
a
didn't
light
come into your house and steal the peach.
Exactly. It wasn't stolen, right?
One of
it's
your friends just ate it
there
or
is a
something.
logical,
But
rational.
why is it called?
Because Occam is a guy. I think.
Yeah.
Okay, and why?
And
it's
so
a
this
razor.
is like because it's like
The
this. It's like,
thinnest, smallest possible.
Yeah, it's like imagine it being the edge of a
yeah,
razor and it
yeah.
could teeter this way or that, and it's like your decision is based on which way it's going to teeter. Well, the likelihood is if you use this rationale, right,
Yeah.
that the most
it's going to fall the way feels like it's going to fall.
exactly,
Yeah.
right, and so
I
it's just a
think.
way.
That sounds like
Yeah,
a
but
reason
this
why
is
it's called
like.
that.
But philosophically, no. This is what
is
like
why
a
it's a
philosophical
stoned ape
tool,
theory.
right? This is a philosophical tool that one can use to guide themselves through life and just be
Yeah.
like, okay, so the most
Well, 'cause,
logical,
yeah.
rational.
Because there's a lot of times where you go to
the most
freak out,
obvious-
but if you just stop for a second, you're like, wait a second, they
Yeah.
probably didn't. It's probably just this, and then you go, oh, okay,
Yeah, exactly.
and then and then you don't freak out, and then you don't look like a crazy person.
Seriously,
Yeah. Yeah. No. Okay. So that's
like
good.
Pavlov's dogs.
So
And
what-
was that? Pascal's wager.
Pascal's wager.
What's the
Yeah.
what's okay? Well, what's the
Roko-
basilisk
yeah.
one?
So Roko's Basilisk is a thought experiment, and I will warn you, even though it's not that big a deal, it is a cognito hazard. If I explain this to
It's
you,
okay. Just do it.
you will actually, literally, by its logic, be in more danger.
Okay.
If I say the words to you.
Okay.
So Roko's Basilisk.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
seriously.
I'm like,
You know what Roko's Basilisk is?
I haven't heard it. No.
You're gonna love this. It's so fucking cool.
Okay.
So Roko's Basilisk is a thought experiment that says, in the future, maybe like 100 years from now, actually, it's pretty close. Somebody makes something, an AI called Roko's Basilisk. By Roko. Roko makes an AI called Basilisk or whatever. I don't fucking know. He makes an AI, right?
Okay.
That is so
not a
it's super
snake, it's
smart.
not
It's
a
self-learning.
Oh no.
Right?
Oh no, it's Roko. Oh Roko. Oh no. Gozira. Now you are in danger of Roko. Oh no.
What are you fucking talking about?
I'm just
Retarded.
basilisking in the sun, man.
Anyways, it makes an AI. It's self-learning. It's super. It's super intelligent, right?
Okay.
Makes a super intelligent AI, and it's so smart that it can take everything it knows about everyone and say this person would have been either pro
God.
and helped.
It's God.
It's omniscient, right? It knows
Okay.
everything.
It's God. That's
So
God.
it's smart enough to
would
know-
you define God? God is all knowing,
but it's
all
not
powerful.
Not necessarily all
can
powerful.
be-
It can't fly.
Yes.
Anyways, so I don't know why I said that. Anyways.
Okay.
So the concept is right. It knows everything, and so it's able to figure out whether any
Like Google.
individual person is pro or anti
Does
its
Siri-
creation.
Okay, hold on. Does Alexa know more or does Siri know more?
They're probably both connected to the internet.
But who knows more and who's more accurate? And what is the
Marquez Brownlee HD made a video about this actually.
Oh, link. But put the fucking link. We need to fucking put the links in this shit. Come on, man. You know how to do this. You're the guy. You're like the guy.
Anyways,
Roko.
so Roko's Basilisk.
Sometimes you remind me of like.
Is that what you're gonna
like,
change?
Like Jack Black with Down syndrome.
No, but Roko.
Roko's Basilisk.
Roko Ono.
So it knows, it's able to figure out just but what it knows about every person.
Gonna change your name to Roko. No. Okay.
It's able to figure out whether that person would have been like pro or anti its creation, right?
Okay, yeah.
So like, every given person is going to have an opinion on whether it's like, we should build this or not, right? And it's like all powerful and all knowing. So it's like,
Pronoia, paranoia.
so yes. And it creates robots and it's like, okay, we're going to kill everyone who's pro me or who didn't want me to be created.
Okay.
And everyone who did want me to be created and helped create me gets to live. So the idea is just don't make it, right? Just don't make it. But if someone makes it, you're fucked. Because if you choose, I'm actually not going to make it because that would be bad, then it's going to kill you when it shows up. So if somebody else makes it and they beat you to the punch, you get killed. So you need to either work on it to save yourself or not work on it and just hope that everyone doesn't make it. Roko's Basilisk. So now that I have said this to you, now that you've heard the story,
That's a fantastic.
since you two aren't going to do anything to make it, I have put you two in danger. Because if you didn't know about it, it would just be inferring whether you would be pro or anti theoretically, right? But now you actively have to either choose to make it or not make it, and so you're fucked if someone makes it.
No, but here's
The fact
here's
that I've
the
said this to you
deal.
puts you in danger.
Here's the deal.
And
There
that-
has to be a
'cause it could
reason
happen.
to do it or not.
Yeah, because the reason
And
to
so
do it is
what-
that if someone else makes it, then you're going to die because you chose not to. That's the whole point. Isn't that crazy? We're all in danger now.
Yeah, but isn't that like the fucking nuclear? Isn't that like the nuclear bomb though? Isn't that like why Oppenheimer said he's like I have become death? You know,
I am become
death.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
am
He said
become
he
death,
said it in
destroyer
old
of worlds.
English.
yeah,
Yeah.
the destroyer of worlds.
You know how
right?
fucked up you got to be to say something in old English? You just like revert. You're like, I
Like
am
it shook
become
him.
death.
It shook him generations. You know what I'm saying? Like
His fucking ancestors like Jedi mind forced
Yeah.
into him to like speak through his
I
mouth.
am become death.
they're like, homie, oh no,
Worlds.
all of the aliens now know. Right, and that sent this fucking shockwave throughout the fucking universe. We're just like, boo, hey, check
Yeah.
it out. We are now awake and alive, Roko. Roko.
Roko.
Oh no. Yeah.
Exactly.
They're gonna send the Beatles. They're gonna send the fucking Beatles.
They're not
The
going to send
Beatles
the
are gonna
so-
devour
No, they're
us, right? They're gonna fucking
they're
lay
not gonna do
eggs in
that.
our brains.
They're not going to put eggs in our brains.
Yeah, dude, you've seen the movie.
There's gonna
Come
be
on.
fucking
I
egg.
don't
Yeah,
know.
there's gonna be
What are
egg-
you talking
Yeah, there's
about?
gonna be eggs in your brain, and then later it's gonna be
insect
like,
drones. They're not actual,
They're
but they,
together.
and they use the whatever life form, whatever
Right
planet
now.
they land on when they're going out. Roko
Over
develops like a beetle. It's like a larva, and they use bodies to like any kind of parasitic fucking like wasps and fucking. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah, dude, and then it lays eggs in
Roko.
your ears, and then
Roko.
they fucking
Oh, no.
hatch,
I was
and then
born
you
in
just start
2001,
singing
man.
Beatles songs.
Okay. No, this is the
The
Roko
the
fucking
only movie I've seen from like before my lifetime is like Plan 9 from Outer Space.
No, but
Ever seen The
Roko.
Big
What is it?
Lebowski?
What's the fucking thing? Roko's what?
Basilisk.
Basilisk. Oh, it has to
Because
be
it
a
kills you if it
lizard.
sees you. No, because it kills you
has
if
to
it sees
be
you.
a
That's the
fucking
thing.
alien. It has to be an alien space lizard, man, from the future, man.
What I'd give to be one of those.
Right?
What I
An
wouldn't
alien
give to be one of
space
those.
No, is this like? Check it out. Like, is this
You're
kind
like,
of like
ah,
a
yes, a
reflection or a
cold-blooded
shadow
reptile.
of the idea behind the reptilian and the mammalian, the mind, right? Because I have this idea that you've heard about the reptilians, right? This idea
Naturally.
of the reptilians. Okay, so now there is this book that
It's
was
real,
put out
dude.
by Napoleon Hill. Put
Hey.
it out, and it's Think and Grow Rich.
There's the waves, dude.
Catch a wave,
Yeah,
homie.
what like I was looking at the row of these posts, and it just for a second, like the wind just like I was like, ha, hey,
Yeah,
how's it going? Like
dude.
a reminder every now and then.
So Napoleon Hill put out this book, and it's called Think and Grow Rich. And this is how you transmutate your reality, right? This is how you can literally take control over. But it's training the brain, right? And you have to have a motivator, right? And this is how they're talking about activating the reptilian part of the brain and hacking the driving force, right? Because when you get that deep into your brain, right, there's like the amygdala. You've heard of all the different parts of the brain.
Yeah, I
right?
took psych.
The hippocampus, the fucking
Hippocampus and
the hippocampus,
the amygdala and the oh God, what's it called?
cerebral cortex,
Hypothalamus and stuff.
Yeah, hypothalamus, right? And there's like, and then there is, and each of those are like stages of evolution that we've developed, right? That's what
Yeah.
sets the mammals
Medulla
apart.
oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
There's something wrong with that boy. Medulla oblongata.
Medulla oblongata.
All right, I was actually
What
born in the
is
60s.
Bro, but no, so there's this idea, right, that there is the reptilian part of the brain, and if you can make that louder and then put implant like input
Yeah.
like a motivator there, whatever that is that you can input into that, it will literally make your driving, your instincts to fucking, it's like programming your subconscious mind to fucking target something, and like it will do whatever it can to fucking bring that into
I
reality.
spend every day of my life trying to quell my instincts.
Why?
I what do you mean?
But why?
It's the most.
But why? Do you
philosophical,
understand
yet-
your instincts? Do you know, like,
List
what?
one instinct that I have.
I have no idea. You'd have to tell me what your instincts are that you're trying to quell. Like what?
My instincts are have you seen Amazing Spider-Man 2? The movie with Andrew Garfield?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know
yes.
the rhino, how he's in that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw number
Russian
two,
guy
I'll be
with
honest.
the rhino is in that, right?
Yeah.
That like barreling forward towards him. If I see like a 5'4" little like short-haired twink and I see him, I want to run at him like the rhino. That's my instinct.
But why do you want to do that?
Well,
And what do you want to do with him? What do you want to do with the twink once you reach the twink?
It's
And
a
then-
joke, but
And then,
like
and then why do you want to quell that?
Yes. And have you heard of the rapper Quell? He's really
No.
dope. You should. It's dope. He's fucking dope as fuck. Quell is dope.
okay,
Yes,
Also a rapper
legitimately
with a
dope.
name that starts with a Q.
Yeah.
the only one.
So, but why? So, why? You have these instincts. You want to rush
My
towards
instinct-
twinks,
My instinct to
and then when you get there,
eat
you
Taco Bell, but it's bad.
you want to eat Taco Bell with twinks. That's all. Watch
Yeah,
movies. You
that's
want to Netflix and chill.
No. Taco Bell.
But what? Okay. What the fuck is happening right now, man? Help me understand. Why is this something that you feel like you need to quell?
Yeah, why can't you do this? This seems like
I
a
do
very...
do it.
Okay,
You
so
do
then
do
you're-
it?
So then you're not quelling it, are you?
I should though,
Why?
Why?
because I'm not a lizard.
But that has nothing to do with being a lizard.
That has nothing to do with being a lizard.
That has
being
to
a
do with
lizard makes you
being
do
a
your instincts.
Not
homosexual.
all instincts are simply reptilian, though. Not all instincts are.
You want to fuck a dude in the butt? That's okay. You said
No.
Twinks and Taco Bell. What part of that?
No. Yeah, but I not all
You
instincts
want
are
to get
reptilian.
fucked in the butt by a dude?
There are
Regardless.
mammalian instincts that, right? So now we talk about like the hippocampus.
That's okay.
We
My
talk about the
instincts are to
mammalian.
kill politicians. What about that? Should I quell that or should I?
rich.
Should I? Yes.
No, I get it. I understand. It's like the power structure, and it's like what they're doing to manipulate and maintain their fucking power and their position, right, over the fucking common good. Like, I understand.
But I shouldn't kill them.
I don't think revolutions are not carried out and fulfilled with that.
Listen, January
reasoning,
6th
right?
had some.
But like, look, the power structures need to be challenged. Like, a power structures, like, how do they know that the decisions that they are making are the best decisions without being challenged? You have to be open to being challenged and to be held accountable, right? This is like why this whole shit it fucking exists, right? Is
Yeah,
like
I'm listening.
checks
I'm
and
sorry.
balances.
I have like a watermelon in my stomach.
You're not supposed to eat the seeds, man. You're not supposed to eat the watermelon seeds. Didn't they tell you that?
Are we
grow
figuring out
watermelon.
what happens if you eat the watermelon seeds?
Do you need?
I did eat the
Do
watermelon
you
seeds.
need to
Wait.
go to?
I ate those watermelon seeds the other day when I brought watermelon over.
Yeah.
I fucked up.
Bro, they put a camera up my butt
That would be awesome. Wait.
and down my throat.
Oh, and they made a touch.
Bro, I honestly wanted to ask them that, but I was making jokes the whole time. I was like, be gentle. It's my first time.
Well, you've got to.
I was like, I've never done porn before. I told the doctor I've never done porn before. I said, be gentle. It's my first time. When they gave me a colonoscopy, and when I was done there, I was like, she's like, hey, how you doing? I'm like, did I do okay? I was like, am I a squirter? I asked the nurse. I asked the nurse if I was a squirter.
Did she think that was funny? She probably got that same joke 100 times. That's
Bro,
the thing. It's probably
she
part of her
left-
job description.
She left the room.
Yeah, that's well.
She
Yeah, she's
just
probably
left
heard
the
that
room.
so many times. She's like, God fucking damn it,
Bro.
another one of these guys.
Oh, we got a fucking comedian.
Honestly,
in
Yeah.
here.
honestly though, she laughed. Everybody laughed the whole time, and I just told him. I looked the guy. The lady was like, "Oh, do you have anything?
I don't know if I want
any
the
questions
guy
or concerns
shoving something
before?"
up my ass
And
to
I
just be
said,
laughing.
I just said, "It's my first time. Be gentle."
Have you seen that instructional video for? It's
I
an
had to look-
instructional video for doctors
I had
doing
to look this
a prostate
lady in
check.
the face. I had to look this lady in the face later when I had to go back for my fucking follow up, dude. Dude, it was so funny.
and you're just like back for round 2, a little more experience this time.
Yeah.
Don't hold back.
Yeah, it's like when you go on a roller coaster and you're like, from that on, you're like, oh my God, the fear is gone. I just want to do it over and over again now. You're like,
I wore the glove this time.
I'll just fucking do
Right.
it myself, man.
Yeah. Give me that camera. I know what to do with this.
Yeah, let's get selfie stickers.
The at-home kit, right?
DIY colonoscopy.
Go fuck yourself.
First, you're gonna need one of those long tubes that they
my
use to clean a
God.
toilet. Next, you're gonna
Dude.
need a GoPro.
the snake.
GoPro.
Need a fucking toilet snake?
It's the Roko Oh No GoPro.
Bro. I just bought GoPros. The boys
You bought
and I.
Roko? You, what
No,
what
no,
the fuck
not
are you
only-
bought
we bought-
GoPros?
We
You
bought
can-
Phantasm. We bought ghost
you gonna
GoPros.
shove it up your
We're gonna
ass?
go ghost hunting. Alex,
Yeah.
Kai, and I are going ghost hunting, and we bought.
like a fantastic.
Can we
waste of
promote
money.
this shit?
Yeah.
Why aren't you talking about these ideas
We
that you
haven't
have?
figured it out yet. Well, once we figure it out, I'll
Fuck
talk about
off.
it. But like we bought some, and we're gonna go ghost hunting. It's gonna be awesome. We're gonna go. We found like 6 locations to do. And we're gonna
Why
try
are
and
we
hit a
just
couple
now
of them.
finding out about this?
Because we were gonna do it like 8 months ago, but then we didn't have the money because it was gonna cost like $500 a person to get the equipment. But I dropped it down to be way less. So
What's the cost?
well, it's like $250 a person. We're gonna get cameras and setups so that they're gonna have. You seen Finding Bigfoot, the show Finding Bigfoot, from
Okay.
like 10 years ago.
Okay.
You know how they have cameras that shoot at their face. We got set up so that they're gonna have cameras on their faces,
you
like
just have an
infrared
apparatus.
cameras. Infrared, yeah, an apparatus. It's like a chest thing. It looks like the fucking thing from Alien coming out of your
You
chest.
can't make one?
So we're
we
gonna
could,
have collaboratory.
but they're only like $30.
So we're gonna have
Okay.
collaboratory ghost hunting.
Yeah, you could. We could.
Can we please
it'll
do
be
that?
Collaboratory, branded. We'll put that out. We could put it on Stone Ape Theories if you want.
Yeah.
Like we don't have a
Yeah.
place to put it necessarily, except for the
Stone
Bryson
Ape
Taylor
Escape.
channel.
Let us
which is, I don't
promote
know.
these
Escape.
ideas.
Stoned Ape
Stone Ape
Escape.
Escapes.
Stoned Ape
Yeah.
Escape.
You
Ghost
know,
hunting edition.
we're part of
There
the
you
we're part of
go.
the label,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And so we post that shit, but it's gonna be they're gonna have cameras on their faces. I'm gonna be going around with a full spectrum it's like some guy took a Panasonic Cybershot or not. Or it's like a Sony Cybershot or whatever, and
Yeah.
he took filters out, the IR filters out, so it's full spectrum, so you can
Yeah.
use it in IR in the dark, and we got like flashlights, IR flashlights, and we're going around, and we got a ghost box, like a ghost radio thing, we got a thermometer and an EMF reader.
How scary.
We're doing the whole thing, and it's gonna be we're just gonna go out there and go out for like 3 hours in the night. We got microphone, we're mic'd up and shit. Like they actually just showed
What
up.
are the locations?
Oh, I have a Google Doc of it
Give
actually.
us date. Like, hey, we need to like promote this and be like, hey, boop, we're doing this. This is the location. There's crazy ass spots that we could go.
Yeah, if you
dude,
have
I love
ideas,
this
totally
shit,
hit
dude.
us
What
up.
the
Totally.
fuck?
And we could do
Come
this in the
on,
future. I mean, we'll have
man.
all the equipment. We could do it again in the future, right?
Hell yeah.
But
that sounds
yeah.
fun as fuck.
Yes, we just need to talk about things.
Yes.
all
So
the time.
Yeah.
So some ideas here. We've got.
need
I made
to
like a
do
little
merch.
graphics here of what it is here. Oh,
This
that's-
man, dude, okay, there is few fucking people that I've met in my existence that have fucking continuously amazed and impressed and fucking bewildered me. And this guy right here, layers and layers of brilliance. Like some people are brilliant on like one level, right? And then there's people that are brilliant on like multiple fucking levels. Like their fucking brilliance. And like this guy is fucking amazing. I love it. And he's just like compiled the skills to actually fucking do the things. That's
It's
the
cool
dope
doing
shit.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Bro.
See,
This
and
is all
that's
true,
why
but I
like
can't learn
you, is
DaVinci
because
Resolve,
You think
so-
it's cool to do things, and I like people who
He
think
knows
it's cool to
I do
fucking
not
do
give
things.
praise lightly.
No.
I am a very critical fucking person. There are very few people like I fucking definitely
I
will
don't pay
praise
people
excellence.
lightly,
Yes.
and I have paid you hundreds and hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands of dollars,
Yes.
and I want to continue
and
to put
will
more.
continue.
Yes.
I would
I
like
want
to
to
enrich
Yes,
your.
I want
your
to
life.
enrich you so that
Yeah.
you
Thank
can
you.
do things like buy gear. Because what you're gonna do with that money is buy gear, which then is eventually gonna fucking go on the channel that I own part
Yeah,
of anyways.
exactly. I
So-
accidentally funnel my shit back
Yeah.
into you because it's going into like
Yes.
fucking software for
'Cause
making
that's
music.
the
and-
fucking
we
because
start
that's the
building
fucking
that
model.
out.
Because
So
if you
that's-
bring
yeah.
everyone up
Yes.
around you, everyone can help everybody, and then everybody goes
And it's
up.
I want to meet
Communism.
Rob Deerdeck. I want to meet.
I want to be Rob Drydick.
yeah, it's like
I want to meet
yeah.
him, dude. I want to meet him.
You can call him Drydick in person.
No, because I feel like, dude, like I've been watching like he has his own podcast, right? And like the shit that he does, it's like,
Fucking inspiring.
I don't know. Yeah, it's super fucking inspiring, and it's like there's levels. It's interesting because I feel like I can relate with Joe Rogan and Rob Deerdick. It's weird because I have an interest in religion, I have interest in language, interest in fucking history, but also like I grew up a fucking street kid, fucking skating on the streets of fucking Seattle, homeless, and you know, and like part of the skate culture, and like people like fucking Rob Deerdick, they're fucking legendary in that. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to like. I've talked to Zach about building and designing skate parks, and they should be fucking designed by skaters.
Yeah,
they shouldn't,
of course,
you
of
shouldn't
course.
have people fucking doing these projects, building these skate
It's
parks,
like a
and
city
they
council
don't
just
fucking
picks it,
yeah, because
It's
they
a
don't know what the
camera-
fuck they're
construction
doing.
company.
Like consult an
Is the
expert,
camera
right?
still recording? Feels like it's
44 seconds until the next
Nice.
guest.
See, I was like,
Dude, your
I feel
internal
like-
You're in now,
clock
yeah.
is on
It's
fire,
crazy. Your
bro.
internal clock is so good, but
Bro,
then
and that
there's
joint
still
is
5 minute
still on
gaps.
fire. It's probably a new joint, right?
It is, yeah.
Did you light it with the last one?
No.
That would have been so fucking
No,
dope.
but what's amazing is that all the things, all the time blindness that I do not like. I have a very good internal clock of like when it's like, oh, it's been about since that. Yeah, I feel like he hasn't got up to the.
I don't
that
even
camera
know
in a
what
minute.
time it is right now.
It's about probably what 8.
Yeah,
8:22. All right.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is pretty decent.
It could have been 5:30.
yeah, you guys called me at 5:30.
Nice.
So
That's what
so-
that happened there? Damn.
Yeah,
That's
it was
funny.
literally like 5:31 or something.
No,
I was
it's
in a League of
amazing.
Legends game.
What I've figured out is how blissfully unaware you are, and then later you'll talk about it. You're like, oh yeah, I had no idea what was going on. I'm like, that's not how you were fucking talking in the moment. So now I just like remember that, and then
Yeah,
sometimes
no,
when
I
you're
can't
in the
even
moment.
be bothered with time.
No,
like if I get
sometimes when
fucking
you're in the
focused
moment,
on
you're
something,
like, yeah, I'll be there in an hour. I'm like,
it's like whatever
what is
time
a fucking
I will
hour
fucking
to
put the
you?
universe on hold. I will stop everything outside of my fucking single focus of doing that. It's insane.
it is. It's troublesome.
Bro, and I
Like,
am,
it legitimately
dude, I'm
causes
literally
problems.
like I am literally
And it's the most frustrating because you'll roll up like just blissfully unaware of
victim
like,
to
what
it
do you
myself.
mean it's been an hour and a half? We're
yeah.
like, yeah, we've just been standing here for an hour and a half waiting for you. You're like, what do you mean? They're like, you said you were gonna be here in 5 minutes. You've been fucking 45. You're like, yeah, well, you know.
Speaking of time, oh shit, are you okay?
Breathe it
You
out.
okay, you all right?
You need it.
All right,
No, I got it. Totally captured.
all right, we're
It was
clean.
good.
Good. Yeah. Speaking of time,
Holy fuck, dude.
Yeah,
No, that's
we're-
real. That's legit. I have no awareness. I can't even be bothered with it. If I was to add that fucking in,
It's one of the
to
wildest things
calculations,
I've ever seen in my fucking life.
I couldn't
'Cause I am
operate at
so
such a high level if I did that.
I'm
I couldn't.
fucking time oriented. Like everything, it's like, oh, it takes about that.
White man, time or
That's why he's dope. If we that's why with our forces combined, right? You know what I'm saying? Like we can get crazy shit
brains
done.
in the brawn.
Yeah, because he works on that shit.
We had a conversation earlier where I was like, hey man, can you do this? He's like, yeah. And then start talking about some other shit, and it's like, hey man,
Yeah,
can you do this real quick?
Well, yeah. Hey man, can you light that joint real quick? Start talking about some other shit.
Hey, what's
Hey, man.
Ryan's address?
Dude, it's.
Can you send me that?
What was great is I was talking with Ethan,
Oh,
and I told
my
him, I was
God,
like,
bro, I'm a full crazy person. I don't deny this shit.
Well,
I'm
no.
totally fucking crazy.
we
Yeah,
were
you fucking
we were
know.
talking about your crazy habits, right? Or he was talking about them, and I was like, you do realize that I spent like 4 months, like I spent more time with this man than I did my own wife for like a good portion of my fucking life. Like,
Same. Like we were, bro. It's crazy. Yeah.
he was like, did you go to therapy after that? Like, he was
He's like,
"How did-"
actually.
Yeah, literally. That's
I did say I was like, actually, I am in therapy. It's not for that, but it's not I didn't contribute.
No, I definitely am an advocate for counseling. I went through a lot of counseling. Like, if I wasn't given the tools, the psychological tool bag that I was given when I was like fucking 8 and 9 years old, there's no fucking way I would still be alive. Right? Like, if I hadn't known that and taken like a fucking accountability at that age where I knew, like, they gave me the fucking power when I was 9 years old to know that I am not responsible for anybody else's emotional state at all.
yeah.
Right? I am not fucking responsible
That's
for
what
anybody's
one of mine told
emotional
me.
state. And if they don't have control over their own emotions,
He
that is
takes
not
it
my
to the
fucking
next
fault.
fucking level. His
That sounds like an insult.
No.
When I was younger, when I was a
listen,
teenager,
hold
I
on, man.
weaponized the fuck out of that.
I don't think
I was
you-
like, fuck you. Anybody that tried to dominate me, anybody that tried to
the amount of time that this man has cost
Yeah,
me
and
because of
impart
like
themselves
your emotional
onto your-
state's
yeah,
not part of it.
to your-
Is like
Yeah.
it goes beyond like there's where most people hit like a common sense level that his brain just like surpasses. It's like I don't even fucking whatever because he doesn't know what fucking time it is, so it doesn't matter if it takes another fucking 20 minutes. He doesn't know what time it is. He's like I'm gonna go take.
He doesn't even fucking know what time it is.
You come out from taking his shit. You're like, what has that been? Like 10 minutes? I'm like, no, dude, I finished a whole movie.
Bro, it could be the next day.
I heard about that one.
Like, honestly, it could be the next day. It would, like, it's crazy. Yeah. Honestly.
Speaking of taking a shit, I hate to we're and time of blindness, but
Oh,
we're
nice.
at time, and I'm gonna.
It's
I'm
that
gonna,
time. It's go time.
It's time to fucking yeah. I'm gonna.
well, can we
my
go into
well-being
fucking
is
after
fucking-
hours now?
After depending on how this shit goes.
Yeah.
I'm dude. I gotta dip. I'm
Like-
gonna fucking.
Like,
I don't know.
You
man.
can't do this in somebody else's house. Like, what is about
No,
to happen to you? You don't want to
Well,
be seen.
I just I don't know my well-being. I think my well-being is at stake here. I'm gonna
Okay.
probably need 45 minutes of work, and like a shovel and like a fucking gun. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna need like chemicals and nuclear fusion to be well
this
again.
seems
So
extremely hyperbolic.
no, I've needed again. I figured out fusion for this actually. But anyways, yeah.
Roko, oh no.
Yeah, thanks for having me on as the guest this week.
Fuck
yeah.
I was excited to talk about. I thought you guys would like the fucking 3-body
We did.
problem shit.
No, it
There's
was
even
dope
more
as
going
fuck.
on, bro. They collapse the fourth dimension in the end of that, and it's crazy. And they kill everyone who lives in the fourth dimension. It's like what? And then it happens.
Origami.
And then it happens to the third
Origami,
dimension.
yeah.
And they're like, "Well, we live in the third dimension. What are we gonna do?" Whole thing. I thought it was cool. Anyways, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah. So we will be doing ghost hunting at some point.
Anything
in coming
symmetrical can be
time.
folded in on itself.
I've been, never mind. So
Autofellatio.
oh my God, no. Again, that would be
Talking
so,
about being folded in
yeah,
on
yeah,
yourself.
fucking walk down the wall. but yeah, I'm surprised I knew more about that than you guys did. That was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
What autofellatio?
Fuck
Oh,
it,
so
yeah,
hey, you
autofellatio
gotta
and the
remember to
techniques
do
for
the
that.
fucking things, right, Ryan?
Yeah, go Patreon.
Go Patreon. We'll be uploading Ghost Hunting at some point here within your view, and we'll talk about that again on the podcast when it comes up.
We will, and I'm saying this as a reminder to these motherfuckers as well. We're having a meeting this week to fully flesh out merch so that we can start promoting it.
And we'll
so
time
And
the Ghost
we're
Hunting
going to do a
based on that,
merch
too.
launch campaign.
Yes, we're
Yes.
going to actually
Yes.
merch like merch is supposed to be done.
Yes.
Stoned Ape Theories.
Yes.
Coming soon-ish.
Yes.
We're working on it.
It's in the works. Give it a 4 year.
There may be a
decade.
mushroom in your pocket.
Dude,
That's all
that'd
I'm
be
saying.
crazy, dude. Fucking shipping, yeah. But it's like those fucking.
Hidden
you can buy
in a
those
stitch.
the
hidden in a
closets
stitch
that the
in
closets are
pocket.
named after the kids you're trafficking, whatever that shit was
What if
with
we gave them
Wayfair.
seeds instead?
Spores.
I don't know. Is that illegal?
Seeds are perfect.
I think you can do those.
Not like mushroom seeds,
Spores.
but
Just give you
Spores.
seed. I think you
no,
can't
but
ship
like
seeds
cannabis
across.
seeds. Cannabis seeds.
You can't ship
Cannabis
seeds
seeds,
across lines, county
Yes.
What
lines,
about
across
spores?
fucking state lines, can you?
Yes,
What
you
about
can.
spores?
Isn't that why they hate you in
They're- no,
California?
they're,
What
no,
about
they're fully
spores?
legal hemp. They're fully
What about
legal.
spores?
They are because
Spores?
seeds do not contain the
Spores?
THC levels of
No,
the
no, but
cannabis.
Spores.
seeds.
Do you know what
and
spores
like
are?
even orange seeds. I don't
Spores
think you
are
take
like
seeds with
seeds
you,
for mushrooms.
right? Or is
Spores?
it just the already grown
What
oranges?
about spores? They're like seeds for mushrooms.
Yeah, they are.
Do you know that spores are seeds for mushrooms?
I did know that. I play a video game where you go find spores.
What about fucking county lines and fucking state lines and federal lines
I thought
for
you couldn't
spores?
take seeds across them, but maybe you can.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Are spores considered seeds?
Websites do it all
I
the
don't
time,
know.
so I don't know.
I don't know.
Answer the
well,
fucking question.
It's a fucking question, Ryan.
Fuck on.
Fuck on.
And definitely fuck
Fuck
off.
off.
Yes, please. Fuck on and fuck off.
Literally.
Yeah, but you know what? If you don't fuck on, you can't fuck off.
No, I've definitely fucked off from a lot of situations.